Alright, what's going on, everybody? So, I'm going to go over a 6-month review of my experience here at Schneider. I've had a really good time the last 6 months as far as being able to do what I want, home when I want, stuff like that, and still bringing home some money. So, I as far as a good quality home time, um, an awesome way to pick your loads, um, you know, good like all around service, I guess. It's been pretty good. Schneider's pretty good about it. I go home. I've been home every week. The only time I spent more than 1 week out on the road was orientation. I did my orientation. I did a 34-hour break in Green Bay. And when I did that 34-hour break, I ran that week, got home for Christmas. So that was my reasoning behind that. I didn't just go straight home after orientation. Finished my 34 there, and then I took off, ran a whole week, and came home. I think I only ran I ran all week that week. Yeah. Either way, I haven't spent a 34 out on the road. I know people that do spend 34s out on the road just because of the area they live in. Freight's not that hot. They got different plans with their lives and stuff. This is just like a good opportunity for them to jumpstart everything. So anyway, me having a wife, 2 kids, I feel, I gotta be present, gotta be there. So anyway, let's go down to the numbers right now. So I use Truckin' Pro. Jeffrey Like recommends it. If any of you guys watch him. I recommend it too because, I've done it. I've had this thing since day one, and it's been pretty awesome. So now let's go over some of this stuff. I'll just show you. So right there is my since December 12th. Get my phone number out of there. Since December 12th, 22nd, or no, December of 2016 on the 22nd through June 22nd, 17. So total revenue to the truck, $90,911.42. Break that up to 26 weeks, gives you a weekly average of $34.96.59. Total expenses, $56,967. And 69 cents. Break that up, 26 weeks, gives you a weekly average of $2,191.06 in expenses. Now, my expenses include supplies for my truck, tax service that I do, tolls, insurance, truck parking, parts, truck payment, truck permits, registration, and truck wash, fuel fees, IFTA, property tax, scale, and so on. Truck fuel, DEF fluid, stuff like that. So anyway, the total profit, $33,943.73. That is what I get paid each settlement, basically. That's what I've made on 6 months worth of settlements. Divide that up, gives you a weekly average of $1,305.52. Total actual miles, and that is all odometer miles. I'm not talking I drove to such and such, and then I'm not gonna count my deadhead this week to the house. No, I'm not. I count all actual miles, odometer miles. So 62,264 miles. Break that up. Average driving week of 2,394 miles, 76 cents. Average profit per mile is 55 cents. Average revenue per mile, $1.46. Expenses, 91 cents. Now, as I said, at a weekly average of $1,305, take home. Now you take that, go ahead and put that, your tax money to the side every week. Take $300, put it to the side for your taxes every week. You've brought home $1,000 a week, which to me is pretty good for being home very regularly. I pass through the house all the time, like I've said it before, I take pride in my home time, being home on the weekends. Now, I'm personally going to tighten up those numbers. As far as my running, tighten up, because there's times where I come home, I get home Friday late in the day, I don't leave till Sunday night, instead of just doing a 34 and leaving out. There's been times where I get home Friday, I don't leave out until Monday morning early, and that's my fault, that's on me. But it doesn't bother me too much because, one, it's quality home time, and two, truck payments paid, my bills are paid, so it's not really a big deal. Now, I've had weeks where, and this is where it brings it down, is the weeks that, the bad weeks I've had, as far as moving, that took almost 2 weeks of revenue off of my pocket, just right out of my pocket. I've had weeks where it's just nothing was going right, loads were canceled, stuff like that, a couple weeks ago, issues at the house with the car, my wife's gotta get to and from work, so it's been rough past 6 months, and also, like everybody keeps saying, if you watch a lot of YouTube, rates are gonna go up. I've seen very good rates with Schneider. Matter of fact, I'm booked up until Thursday next week, and next week is looking pretty good. I've had my weeks of $2,600 checks, and I've had a couple weeks of $800. I've had a couple weeks of, not a couple weeks, but I've had a $275 check a couple weeks ago. I've never missed a payment ever. Never missed a payment. So, I mean, it's a good solid program, man, to do what you want to do. You know, if you want to run hard all the time, run your truck however you want. I recommend you only do a 1 year instead of a 3 year, because, you know, if you're going to run your truck like crazy, odds are it won't last that 3 years, you know. You're going to have a lot of problems. So, that's just what I would do. So, sounds like somebody's in my house. But anyway, yeah, see ya.